I am a recent graduate of Tufts University with having double majored in biology and history, and I am autistic. The way I decided what path I wanted to go on was largely I used my own special interests, my own high interest areas as a guide. I was interested in the environment at a very young age, and that slowly morphed from just protecting the environment to wanting to learn more about the environment, which led to ecology, which led to biology, which led to the major I have now. Once you get to college, science curriculum tends to be more, well, you start with the intro classes, which are very, very large. Maybe there'll be some homework. It's less busy work and more larger exams, at least in terms of grading. Now, once you get beyond those intro classes, you really start getting into the why and the how and not the what. Even the multiple choice questions will starting to require practical application. You're going to get a lot more short answers, and more importantly, beyond the grades, you actually start discussing why something is, or going into a lot of detail about something rather than just glossing over to check off every subject in the vast field of, say, biology. I was a freshman. I think it was literally my first day when I began trying to found what would later become the Coalition for Autism Support at Tufts, or CAST. CAST is a weekly discussion group by and for Tufts students on the autism spectrum, and for me it created a sense of community that I thought I would never have, not just in college but ever. And having that was my social bedrock. It was an emotional lifesaver. I could talk about things and ask about questions that I don't think I'd ever be able to ask in another context. It let me learn a lot about other people and more about myself. I grew as a person and an advocate. It really gave me a sense of community there. People tend to be a lot better in college than they are in high school. There's more people, so you have a better shot at finding people who you can get along with. They take their extracurricular activities, their clubs, a lot more seriously, and they cover all sorts of interests, and you're probably going to find something that suits you, or maybe kind of suits you, and then you can make connections there. And it's at least easier for me because if you're at one of these clubs, one, it's a shared interest. Two, you know the people there are interested in your shared interest, and that makes starting interaction a whole lot easier rather than just, I don't know, sitting next to someone in the cafeteria being, "Hi, what classes are you in?" And then 20 minutes later you're done, you leave. I don't prefer that.